Good morning, Liberians. Good morning. Welcome again. Yeah, here we are. Today is another wonderful way we'd like to start a brand new day. Today is the third day in the new week. We started off on Sunday, the first, and yesterday, which was Monday, was national holiday, and today is Tuesday. Good morning and welcome to yet another brand new edition of Focal Frontline on 105.3. We are broadcasting to you from Monrovia, and this is by all account the modern encyclopedia of professional broadcasting in Liberia. It is always a pleasure to be here from Monday to Friday, and it promises to be much more interesting and intriguing as we talk about the very important issues that matters in the country. Liberia come one may, Liberia come first, and the most important things, those are issues are concerning in our country. We don't mince out in speaking about very germane matters. So I like to say good morning to our all of our followers. Those of you would take off your time every day of the weekend and every morning to tune in to 105.3 on this lovely day so that we can talk about the issues. Liberia is our one and only common denominator and the country that we certainly cannot be deported from. So today is just after the Flag Day that was actually commemorated on yesterday, and today is August 25th, and the weather looks a little bit cloudy, a little bit of drizzling from the skies, and it's obviously that we experience that when we are in the rainy season. So again, I'd like to welcome all of you. Welcome to the promises to be interactively captivating. There are different layers of our discussion this morning we're going to be talking about. Before we move into our actual itinerary and some of the things that we intend to talk about this morning, we certainly like to recognize those of you who are celebrating your birthday on today. If your birthday is on today, we'd like to say happy birthday to those of you celebrating your birthday today. If you're celebrating your birthday today, happy birthday. If you celebrated your birthday on yesterday, we would like to say happy belated birthday. Those of you who celebrated your birthday on yesterday, happy belated birthday, August 24th. And those of you who are celebrating your birthday on today, I'd like to say congratulations. Those of you listening to us far off, apparently if you are in the counties, if you are in County, County is specifically in the central region of our country. If you are in the Grand Cape Mount, Roberts Port, or you are in the port city of Buchanan, I'd like to welcome all of you. Welcome, and wherever you're finding us from. I know my man Chiba Kamara is always in Bon Minds, and he tells me most time that he's listening to us crystal clear from Bon County, Bon Minds. So Chiba, good morning to you, and all of you will take off your time and our silent listener. Well, listen, some of you listen every day, you don't call in, and some of you make it your duty every morning to tune in to the conversation, what we bring to the national discourse in our country. It is about Liberia, our common patrimony, a country that we cannot be deported from, and so we deem it experience to talk about the issues in the country. However, I'd like to welcome all of you if you are following us live on our Facebook um, page or Boca Television Live. Leave your comments, share the show. We urge you to share, do as much as you can in sharing the show to as much as you can, share as much as you can, and then after we have united the conversation, and then you can certainly leave your comments. And we're going to acknowledge those of you following us. We're certainly going to acknowledge those of you following us as well. So yes, welcome again to it as we about to just oppose cleverly the issues and say on this platform, no foe, we don't have a friend, and we don't miss out in speaking about the truth. What matters is to speak out about to speak the fact, and that is the creed of journalism that we normally subscribe to. So I'd like to welcome you. Welcome again. If you're just arriving in Liberia, unfortunately, you are tuning in right now to 105.3. We'd like to welcome you. Welcome to it. It promises to be very intriguing and very much educated as we are about to uh, dissect and of course just oppose analytically those issues as we shift the paradigm of our one and only common denominator Liberia. So good morning, welcome again to it. At this juncture, we want to acknowledge some of our sponsors. Those of them are playing very important role, and one of our major sponsor on this broadcast, and the most time on all of the flagship programs, the Andy Brooklyn Jala Foundation. They are our proud sponsor and a major sponsor, as a matter of fact. So before we, intend to delve into the issues of the day or some of the things we're going to be talking about, we want to acknowledge the Andy Brooklyn Jala Foundation. The Andy Brooklyn Jala Foundation uh, have been very instrumental in helping to sort of lend its sponsorship, and it's a nice thing to have partnership. Focar FM is a subsidiary of the Andy Broadway Jada Foundation, and we are working concomitantly for the betterment of Liberia. They are our proud sponsor, and at this juncture, we like to recognize the Andy Broadway Jada Foundation for their enormous effort in the sponsorship deal that they continue to demonstrate most time on this network. So we acknowledge the fact of the Andy Broadway Jada Foundation. They are one of our proud sponsors, and we like to recognize them. Uh, there are a lot of activities characterized by the foundation and the volunteer program, the financial aid program, and the kids reading program, the kids literacy reading program, and other activities. And so Mr. Andy Broken John himself, and he's happens to be uh, the chief executive, and alongside the board members who are key contributors to the workings of the foundation and the staff in Liberia. I'm talking about the executive director, Mr. Amos Estama, and all of the major stakeholders in the foundation for the tremendous job they continue to do at the level of providing humanitarian services to our people, and likewise ourselves are being part of being a beneficiary of the level of the work being done by the Andy Abroad Job Foundation. So we'd like to commend Dan in a very, very special way for the strong commitment bound of support to the program. At, at the same time, we also create space for as much sponsorship. Sponsored deal, you can come in with other business you got to advertise. Now, our program is 3 hours radio talk shows, and not just our program. There are other programs that are earmarked on this network. A lot of wonderful programs that have been set up, and you could probably sponsor any of it if you want to be a part and sponsor deal of Focal Frontline. You want to advertise whether it's a hospital, whether it's the university, whether it's the entertainment, bar and restaurant, whether it's a church, whatsoever business ventures that you are currently involved with, or we could afford you an opportunity for you. And we have a win-win situation, right? Yeah, we advertise right on this platform your goods and services, and you make the money, and we hope that you make the money. We have to do a lot. Excuse me. We have to do a lot more. Excuse me. We have to do a lot more advertisement. One of the way we can tell the financial weeds as well. So yeah, so that's it. We look forward to have a win-win situation on the matter of the advertisement and all that, and the sponsorship deal. One of our sponsor besides the Underbroker Jala Foundation. Now we are looking for as many as we can in terms of sponsorship. So now, if you are listening to us right now and you feel comfortable in having a sponsorship, your business, uh, you can walk out to our studio, and we can work around and how we can work out a agreement or how we can advertise your university, your hospital, your business and entertainment, and plus many other major activities that you would like that you love for us to have to advertise. So we're looking forward for that, and we're looking is it's going to be a pretty good thing to start to educate our people about your goods and services. And we're doing it for a very reasonable price. You will not imagine the prices are very acceptable, and it would be something that you can afford. Whatever business that you're doing, if you want to sell your business, we help you sell it right on this platform. So yes, and that's how. And we have Mary McGraw. Mary McGraw is another sponsor besides the APJ, or in clear essence, besides the Andy Brookwood Jollof Foundation. We have the um, Mary McGraw, like Mary McGraw Hot Tea Supplement is approved by the Health Regulatory Authority, and they are our proud sponsor, one of our proud sponsor. We could have as much as many sponsors to you right on this network, and that's how it works in the Western world. That's how it works. Not only in any civilized society, you have a lot of sponsorship deal. So, Mario Maga Hot Tea Supplement is one of our sponsors. As a matter of fact, the deal between Mario Maga and Foca is so big as we have the Mario Maga products here at our broadcast facility. Now, I could show you the products, but unfortunately, the business office is not open yet. So tomorrow, what I would do for you, I'm going to take one of Mario Maga hot tea supplement, and I'm going to have a pack over here that will display to you on the television and show you how it looks like. And you can come right over here at Foca FM. We are situated in Battery Factory, Silent Street. If you get to Battery Factory Junction, you ask anybody for the radio station. They're going to take you in, and then you have my products are here. You can come and purchase it. It is here, and you don't need not to go to Mount Barkley. Mount Barkley is a little far, but if you're in the Mount Barkley area, you reach there. If you are in the proximity of the network and you want to purchase the Mario Maga Hati supplement, you can walk over and come over to our facility, and then the business office is always willing and open. We have it in stock. If you want to experiment it before we can make you experiment it, but it's a very powerful health supplement, and we are emphasizing on that because your health is your wealth, and it does a lot of things. So at this juncture, we're going to take a word from our sponsor, Mario Maga Hati supplement. When we come back, our colleague Lyndon Tupa and I will proceed with the show. Let me see if I can actually bring this.
The people are into selling Mary Maga hot tea medicine all over in Lofa, Nimba, and all of Brown counties. The people finally now settled down in Montserrado County.
Cartwell Road after the Stockton Creek Bridge. Cutting tree right at the old CDC hair office.
They Mary Maga hot tea medicine here. People in Lofa, people in Brown counties have been buying the Mary Maga hot tea medicine. People with terrible sicknesses, and most of them have been healed and been giving testimony about the Mary Maga hot tea medicine and how cool it is. Finally, the people that settled down in Montserrado County here. In Montserrado County here, Monrovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafide, opposite Makumba, they do a tissue factory right beyond the block factory. You will see the people office that they Mary Maga hot tea people. They're going to be sending the Mary Maga hot tea to you. And if you want to buy this Mary Maga hot tea medicine, that's small money. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of the sicknesses you've been suffering with going to be cured. This medicine they call Mary Maga hot tea can take away or kill all kinds of sicknesses. And some of the sicknesses that a Mary Maga hot tea medicine can kill eye, typhoid fever. Every time you're feeling cold in your body, you're feeling sick, infection, stomach complaint. Every day you complain with your stomach. You say my stomach hurting, my stomach hurting, my stomach hurting. Even women that cannot see their period, the medicine they call Mary Maga hot tea can solve it. Sexual weakness. You can't do your homework, you come home working, or you go somewhere, you come back home, you can't do your homework. Your woman tells you say, by limit, sexual weakness in both men and women, they Mary Maga hot tea, they can cure it. numbness in your body, eye problem. Every time you complain with your eye, you can see clear. The Marie Maca hot tea can solve it. It can cure it. Also, every time you complain with your stomach pointing, you can't eat pepper, you can't eat this one. Also, the Marie Maca hot tea can solve it. It can cure it. Rheumatism, back pain. Every time you complain with your back, my back hurting, pain in my back. Marie Maca hot tea medicine can cure it. Diabetes, the sugar problem. This Marie Maca hot tea can cure it. Skin disease and many more. Marie Maca hot tea medicine can cure all these problems. Here are some of the testimonies of people that Marie Maca hot tea medicine has cured, and today they are free and living happily.
My name is David Galima. From Monday to this morning, living alone with the friend the CRDB, that even a more than 5 years, I don't think I will do it. But it's the way I'm sweating, he's on fire. I think I will do it. And I'm flying the money. And also, in my outside, I'm not going to do that. But at midnight, I can see a different thing very clear. And also, I can live. I feel number one. I used to always play business in the defense, and now I've grown. I'm back and even in the defense, which still come back. We are sexual abuse is very, very active. As a young man, I'm really sure all of us doing that I've been helping my everything free. This medicine is very, very good. It's natural. It's very good. You don't have any side effect for it. It's effective.
Thank you. She well, she was saying she was not working with the same church. So people they come here, give me testimony. So they let me. That's what to hear with. Even my mother testimony because she was not working, she was not stopping. When they think testimony, people see what about the every time people when you come here for this blessing. So they blessing, but it's been well. Oh my gosh, she was not working. Oh, they didn't even know. She was not coming for that. Well, now she got washed, she go in the back and she paid for sex. She was not ever asking me.
I was gonna give it the bag and give it to one.
I was looking for 7 years, going up and down, no way. When I heard about you, I go to about the medicine, buying this medicine. I feel healthy that the way was before. So my people who listen to me, this medicine, that good medicine, it make me to be alive today. God, the first, second, this medicine. So what kinds of sickness you are suffering from? Food problem. Oh, yeah, my food problem. Okay, thank you. You are welcome. I'm well now.
Rush now and buy this medicine, Marie Maca hot tea.
For more information, contact us on the following numbers: 0887 316666 and 0777 4445 91.
So rush now and you will live happily.
You just listen to Marie Maca hot tea supplement. And as I said, the number that was read at the end of the art, you can use those numbers as well. And Mobisize, we have tons of the products right here. Supplement is right here at our broadcast facility. When you come over at Foca FM and then purchase the whole dose and experiment Marie Maca and tell us, and then you get a testimony from it. So it is right here. We are at Battery Factory, Silent Street, at Battery Factory Junction, and you ask for Foca FM, and you can get the products, Marie Maca products as well. So I'd like to welcome you again, on this Tuesday, the 25th of August, today, just after the holiday, and we are back again. Lyndon, Thorpe, and I will be taking on you for the next 3 hours to talk about the issues, the matters in the country. As you stated, there are a lot more pressing national issues for us to talk about, and we are going to delve into those very germane things. Landon, good morning, and how are you? How was the flag day on yesterday?
Well, good morning, Backley. Good morning to the million Liberians who listen to us every morning. So the flag day was a very great day. I've been moving from one street corner, specifically during the course of the evening hours. What I noticed is that Liberians, while they celebrated the flag day as opposed to other flag day, it's my observation, it's not yours.
Yeah,
No.
I know it's you,
Yeah,
but you are the author of your statement, so I can't.
No, I'm just basically pushing back, trying to push back against people who will want to exploit my statement for political reasons. Because once you try to do an analysis, our country, everything has been politicized.
So
In my own observation, I saw a lot, tons of other people, tons of Liberians, particularly the youth, out,
celebrating.
they're celebrating the Chippenham Freeway and other areas that I visited.
Were you around the Painesville Bell? You saw?
Yeah, we were around the Painesville Bell together.
Oh,
when we went to GSA Road, didn't you see the number of people? Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I just want to put your legs a little. Yes. So you said no, but the celebration of the flag, I want to know. I'm concerned about the educative aspect about the commemoration or commemorating.
Yeah. Well, after some time, I started listening to a lot of the speeches. Far before this occasion, the government of Liberia had announced that Finance Minister Augustine Gafwan was elected as the national orator of the Flag Day celebration. So he spoke largely about reconciliations, the need to champion the flag of Liberia, in the professional setting. He spoke about the security sectors. He said officers who are enforcing the laws to the letter, who have refused to accept bribe from members of the drug cartel. These are people who are waving the flags. Journalists who are very ethical and responsible in the discharge of their responsibilities are ethical. They are waving the flag high. So, in short, he used the collective professions or the general profession of most Liberians as the way of indicating to them that in spite of where you are, what you do, you should be reminded that you are also waving the flag of Liberia. Then the education minister also spoke about the need to reintroduce civic education in the Liberian educational system, just as we were talking about.
Exactly.
Because I think she may have done a kind of a nationwide assessment that proved to her that, Madam Minister, the areas of civic education is wearing away, and there is a need that, given the fact that you hold a very strategic arm in the government cycle, you need to work towards ensuring that there be a compulsory, reintroductions of civic education. It is a very shameful thing that our children or the younger generations, who should be very knowledgeable about, the heritage and some very critical history of our country, we don't know these simple things. Nowadays, we see a very blatant disregard of our flag. When the flag has been hosted, everybody moving. A tradition that we have consistently respected over the period of time. But we are now having a scenario in the country or situation where even when the flag is hosted, people moving, that there is absolutely no regard for the flag of our country.
Yes, Landon, you are a smart, very smart young man, and I like the way you're trying to bring the highlight the various speeches. First, the orator is no mistake to have that learned Liberian Minister Augustine Gafwan
Obviously.
as the orator. He's a very brilliant man, and what you say, he spoke about the he spoke about ethical standing.
Yeah.
He spoke about people who must fly the flag must be people who are national. And if you would narrow his speech, it borders on nationalism and patriotism.
Nationalism and patriotism.
Yeah. So and that is a very important piece. So nationalistically, Liberians, we have always emphasized on nationalism and self belonging, and that is the missing link in our country. The flag is, we said it on yesterday, the flag is so significant. The flag represents the country, the ensign of our country, and in order for us as Liberians, for Liberia to rise above all of the negativities, we need to be united, and we need to be nationalistic. He spoke about bribery, spoke about people doing things that are unethical.
This is what the national orator says. He said the national orator of Liberia's 179th Flag Day celebration, Finance Minister Augustine Gafwan, has urged Liberians to turn expressions of patriotism into meaningful civics, responsibility, and integrity. While delivering the keynote address at the Executive Pavilion in Monrovia, Mr. Gafwan stated, raising the national flag and singing the national anthem should inspire citizens to prioritize Liberia's interests over personal gain. Held under the theme From Heritage to Hope, the flag that unites us, the celebration gathered government officials, diplomats, security personnel, and citizens, with Minister Gafwan stressing that patriotism should be demonstrated through actions rather than rhetoric. He said public officials safeguarding state resources, teachers who educate the next generation, and healthcare workers providing dedicated care to patients all contribute to national development and embodied the spirit of the Liberian flag. Gafwan also acknowledged members of the Liberian security and defense forces for upholding the Constitution and safeguarding the country, including their efforts to dismantle criminal and drug trafficking networks. He stated that journalists who fulfill their duties responsibly and professionally are also raising the flag, and business owners who pay legitimate taxes and treat their workers fairly make a significant contribution to Liberia's development. The 179th Flag Day National Orator urged Liberians to reject corruption even when no one is watching. He challenged young people to embrace creativity, innovations, and national service. Gafwan said that the national flag should inspire more than just emotion and ceremony. It should remind every citizen of their responsibility to uphold integrity, serve the nation, and contribute to Liberia's progress. So that is it there from the national orator, Augustine B. Gafwan.
Yeah, there was. But one thing about Liberia, occasion of such, like Flag Day, Independence Day, there will always be orations, and the orator will always come and speak. The missing link about our country, London, is we are we have the oratory ability, we have the intellectual prowess, but we lack the ability to implement. We don't implement. Most times we identify. Most time we identify the problems. We identify and we talk about the problems, but we lack that will with there in solving the problems.
You know,
And that's the problem in the country.
Barclay, sometimes I wonder, sometimes we get so much beclouded, with the emotion from these speeches.
Exactly.
We get so much, attracted. Sometimes whenever a particular orator speaks, everyone is wondering, oh yes, everybody is talking about the speech and specific content outlined in the speech and every other thing. Liberia, the last time I checked, Liberia does not have a shortage of laws.
No, we don't. Yeah,
we do not. The shortage we have is that consistently state institutions clothed with the mandate of authority are the one who are very, very reckless and irresponsible when it comes to implementing law. So it becomes a knee-jerk, activity. You don't think about it too much. You just got one money in today. We started with the other exercise here. So let's look at except from the recently delivered oration. Let's look at all of the laws in our country. We need to clearly reflect, on all of the laws we have as to what of these laws and public policies have been fully implemented.
Yeah.
A few days ago, when we had the gas issue in the country, when the gas price was moving from one stage to another stage, what did the Commerce Ministry say? The Commerce Ministry came out with a fair. With regard to what the Commerce Ministry has, they have the Transport Ministry came out with a fair, rather.
Yeah.
With regard to what they have people in the field who are working or partnering with law enforcement authority to ensure that those pronounced fares are reduced. Everything seems to be a mystery. So the problem is that, Barclay, the problem we have as a country is the inability to enforce. Now, Gafam said all of the fun things talking about unity and national reconciliation. The need to champion our flag, irrespective of where we come from. The need to champion our flag in the discharge of our professional duties. But when you come back after a few hours, people from the Unity Party, people from the CDC, they're fighting on Facebook.
Yeah,
they're fighting on Facebook. They're dividing the country. They're dividing the country. You say, oh, the country is polarized. I don't really get it. So, speeches nowadays, it is only, the essence of speeches in our politics, in our political dispensation, is only used to briefly inspire people.
Yeah.
With absolutely no plan for implementation.
And it is about people exhibiting the intellectual gymnastics. They mesmerize you with the speeches, and the essence of the speech is not in actuality, and that is the unfortunate part. Over the time when I listen to a lot of speeches, people like Gafwan, who is a learned man, will speak. Other orators will come and speak on a major historical occasion. They will speak. People will share. It's just about for the just occasion. The society lack the ability. Let's consider. He spoke about unity, reconciliation. Instead, the government is a key member of the government. Has this government reconciled the country?
Obviously, no.
The government haven't. The government have not reconciled the country. What is the essence of an orator speaking and mentioning about reconciliation and respecting the flag when they have the authority to ensure that, look, these things are done, and like we are doing as a government, trying to reconcile our country and making the flag a significant part. You spoke about people standing up, people taking bribe, and if you're a professional person in the spheres of field or study and discharging your duty and stand up for the truth, you are ethical. What about those people in the government? What about those people in other aspects of the private sector? You see, the government plays an important role, Linda. The government have gotten the ability to set the basis for the society to get better. Nationalism and patriotism should be a culture, a way of life for our people. But when our people in government and they are opportune to speak, they make a what we call a academic bluff.
Yeah, academic bluff.
That is an academic bluff. They come out and mesmerize the audience with just to know the truth. They know the fact, but they are sitting in the echelon of authority, and they are not doing anything to ensure the society get better. They are talking about, oh yes, and nationalism. We need to come together and stand and respect the flag, patriotism. Are they patriotic? They are sitting in a government where the country is unpatriotic, where bulk of the people that have parochial interests. They are not seeking the interests of the people. They are not seeking the welfare of our citizens. They are providing what they get for themselves and not pushing the wins and caprices of the ordinary people. They are on political divide. The country turns out to be divided. We still have the historical issue, massive corruption problem from past government to successive government, and people are living below the path of the belt. And you're talking about people rising up to integrity. There is a societal decadence of all of these vices that have undermined the progress and the fundamental growth of the country. So we cannot, and I'm not surprised to hear powerful speech, but powerful speech with lack of implementation. Since we know the problem, why can we not ensure that you mentioned a policy, a government, and the policy is about shifting the paradigm of the government. The policies of the government, the Ministry of Transport, the Ministry of Commerce, the Ministry of Finance and Central Bank and other government agencies, the LPRC, and other, are they shifting the paradigm? Are they shifting? Are they living up to the policy? Are we living up to the policy of the government? Are we feeling the laws? Because the laws are there and the laws are on the book, but the policies are there. The policies are there, but not being implemented. So how can we make the country better? We chose our parochial and political self-centered interests above the interests of our country. Then we say we're celebrating Flag Day, and then we are just celebrating ceremoniously. It's just a mere ceremonious event that have left no impact. Over time, next year, August 24, 2027, another orator will man the pedestal and speak again about the similar problems without progress being made to resolve these problems. The country is infested with bad people, not just bad people to the lower class. Yes, of course, bad people to the lower class, I will agree, but bad people to the higher ups and bad people in the judiciary, bad people in all aspects. The country cannot be united, Linda, when justice is not accorded to the poor, when the people's rights have been trampled upon, when political interests supersede the dispensation of justice, when we'll consider what we call travesty of justice, and nothing transparently happens, when the budget of our country is squarely saturated among those of them who are in the higher ups in government, those political opportunists who are benefiting from the revenue envelope of our country, and mass majority of our parents, majority of our kids. Yesterday, we were in the Painesville Bell, you and I, and guess what we saw? I don't know why you noticed that. Saw some baby kids running to the car, begging for hands, for
Yeah.
hand to hand. This is the kind of society we're in.
You know,
Uh,
when we just register to you that, we just register to the Liberian public that implementation is our weakness.
Yeah,
It is, it is a gigantic problem for our country. In order for Liberia to make meaningful progress, we as Liberians, we need to review thoroughly the aspect in our commitment to enforcing law. The
implementation.
last time, Benny Horace Colley, the general minister, she came up with a political bluff. With a political bluff. Oh, we're taking the people on the street. They'll be trying to go to school and all kind of thing. And it came like a torrential rainfall. Everybody said, let's wait to see how this is going to end. Today, every other exercise about removing the children from the street, people who are associated, kids who are associated with blind people, or the physically challenged people, these children are still seen. You go to Banville Junction, they are there. New Georgia Junction, they are there. 72nd, they are there. All around the place, they are there. And what's even more troubling is the fact that these kids have to be navigating their way among the speeding vehicle in terms of amazing, it's something, in terms of getting survival and other things.
It is bad. So it's a society of inequality.
Inequality.
So when Mr. Kafwan speak and go to the platform, he says the same thing like other orators will say Liberians should be like this and X, Y, Z. But the chemistry of people in government are not even exemplary, because leadership is about example. You lead by example. What are they exhibiting? They who are custodian of power, what are they showing to us? What are they trying, besides the fake politics and the hate and the animosity and the division?
But let's just take a step a little bit, back. When during the course of the 2023 elections, there were international electionary missions that were here, so to speak. EU, a very credible institution that was monitoring our electoral process. And the EU has been very pivotal in terms of committing financial resources to facilitate most of our activity, be it program geared towards strengthening our democracy, program geared towards capacity building. EU has made numerous efforts, financially, logistically, and you need them. EU did a survey about Liberia elections, highlighting the issues about reconciliation and national unity. But with regard to whether this government has instituted some very sensitive program tailored around, national reconciliations and unity. For me, probably other people know about it. For me, I don't know whether the government has done anything. I remember under the Weah Taylor administration, this is not I disagree with Weah on a couple of issues, but I can remember under the Weah Taylor administration, Weah presented a platform for opposition to come together, to discuss issues very critical to the national development of our country.
Yeah.
But under this government, we are yet to see gathering of such. And people who should be very sensitive, people who should not make the mistake of the past, people who should be very concerned and knowledgeable about about public service administration. These are the people who are in power, because during the course of the 2023 elections, the experience of then candidate Joseph Boakai was one of the most topical issues in the country. The man has worked for a very long time in the public service, and so He understands the administration of governance. He understands every other thing about governance. But today, if we are to open the phone lines to gauge the views of Liberians about how they feel, reflecting on the present years of experience in public service, Liberians are going to feel very terrible about some of, Liberians would disagree vehemently with some of the decisions taken by President Joseph Boakai.
Yeah.
So,
you're right about that. And these are the problems. So speeches by educated people and people who are in the education should match their action.
Yeah, should match their action.
Some of them have the power. They got the power. They are in the government now. They could start solving the problem. The only thing I can say for now, Linda, I can congratulate them for some level of infrastructure work.
Yeah, from level of infrastructure.
Yeah, the bridge that is being built at
the overpass.
Yeah,
there are a lot of work. The Chinese they're actually doing well.
Yeah, they are doing well with that.
China has been very supportive in many of Liberia's development, initiatives.
And I think that work is
fast progressing, right?
Fast progressing. So I want to register that is a very significant work, and it's a good thing done by the government to start with that initiative. We're going to get that whole how you call that area, the
Boulevard area, the Congo Town, because
Congo Town for Minnesota, Congo.
Yeah. What happened is that the infrastructure we are talking about it starts from the Boulevard area, extend as far as Congo Town, and the Chinese has been able to do their feasibility study. What it said is that it is going to substantially mitigate the issues of a traffic congestion.
That work is a monumental development,
very monumental
for the government. Is a significant progress. I want to commend them, and because I seen progress every time we ride on that side of the city. It is taking shift. And I said yesterday, I said to you, I said, but this is going to give it an impressive ambience.
Yeah, it's going to be giving, and more to that. Aside from the impressive ambience you spoke about, it's going to give a meaningful, a substantial facelift to the entire area.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's
there's going to be a cataclysm of economic activities when the bridge is completed.
Yeah, we'll have increasing. I believe that we hope have an increasing growth of economic business activity in that. But let's go back to Jasu Jala, the education minister.
Yeah. So let me get it.
Let's get to Jasu Jala.
Jasu Jala.
Let me give a respectable academic title academically.
Yeah.
Dr. Jasu Jala.
Okay, this is what the education minister, Dr. Jasu Jala, said. Education Minister Dr. Jasu Jala has announced the reintroduction of civic education in primary schools, describing it as essential to preparing children for responsible citizenship. Speaking of Liberia's 179th National Flag Day celebration, Jala also announced the launch of a standardized civic textbooks to support teaching and learning in primary schools. She emphasized that alongside literacy and numeracy, children need civic knowledge and values to prepare them for future role as voters, workers, parents, and community leaders. Ms. Jala further stressed that civic knowledge must translate into responsible conduct, highlighting integrity, respect for law, responsibility, peaceful disagreement, and concern for the common good. The education minister underscored the roles of teachers and school administrators, saying new textbooks will provide a structured resource encouraging students to apply civic principles. She emphasized that the initiative seeks to nurture Liberians who understand both their rights and responsibility and contribute positively to their communities and country.
So that is Dr. Jaso Jala, Liberia's education minister.
Yeah.
Now, before the program, yesterday we was on this platform.
On the platform.
And what we said about the flag.
We're speaking largely about the need to respect the flag, you know, how most of what we saw several years back, you know, is fast eroding away.
And what did we reference to be in the school system?
Civics.
Now, yes, Leonard.
So apparently the people were listening to us, man.
Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, but we spoke about the civics education. And because we know the importance of civics education. We are not government officials, right? We are media practitioners. But civics education play a pivotal role. How we got to know about civics education because we read civics in school. And we think that the academic curriculum by the Ministry of Education have a revived curriculum about the civics. We spoke about even the Constitution, because the Constitution will entail civic education. It will be embedded that the Constitution can be taught. The Liberian kids coming out can know the right, know the laws of the country. Nobody can trample upon the right. They know the responsibility as citizens. It's also the civics education. Now, Dr. Jala mentioned about civic education. We mentioned about civics education yesterday. Those of you who followed the show yesterday, we spoke about the significance of civic education. I don't know how come civic education have been taken under the school and since this government came to power. Now, let me say this, Linda. This is Dr. Jala was appointed in the government since the inception of
this administration.
We are reaching this time and she's still talking about civic education. What should be her role? She should by now be making progress report to Liberian people that at least we have introduced civics education since our government came to power.
I know about talking about free eating school business.
So I don't understand the educated people. You are a educated woman. You came to power and was appointed since the inception of the government. You are still telling us about the problem in the government, in your sector, education sector. You are still telling us, that civic education needs to be a very proper. What are you doing? I thought you should be telling us that since we came to power, at least we are reintroducing civic education in our academic or in our curriculum, and our students now we are trying to provide more books for our students, but she's still identifying the problem. I don't see Liberian people to be so what has she been doing?
Out of very critical platform such as the one she had on yesterday, and intended to provide briefing and progress over the period of time that the Ministry of Education has done. I think she's supposed to be given. She's supposed to be specifically pointing out progress the Ministry of Education has taken, or steps the Ministry of Education has taken towards revitalizing or rejuvenating the issues about civic education. Exactly. Now she's just telling us, now we're coming start now. Yeah. And now we realize that civic education is important, and all of them we need to start doing civic education and other things
in our school. Now, Leno, when we started the conversation, we mentioned that our people don't implement. Yeah, the government people cannot talk. Now, listen to me and listen very keenly. Dr. Jaso Jala is telling you about what they need to do about civic education to be next year. They will still come back and tell you the same
old thing with different terminologies.
Yeah, and it means that they are not achieving anything. So they know the problem, but they cannot be able to put in place. Then what the essence of them being an educated people in a specific sector? Why would somebody serving a sector with your level of education you acquire at the highest point in education?
But this is why the country isn't moving anywhere. The country is in a state of quagmire because we keep solving one problem over and over and over and over. There is a particular phase. Now she said reintroduction. Mm-hmm. The next time she will say we have all of the necessary documents and implementation. We have all of the necessary tools to facilitate the reintroduction of, but we are lacking funding. Why should we assume that next time? You know.
And so you see how the government can feel. You see how people, you need far-sighted nationalists. And Gafam spoke about nationalism and patriotism. They have to revitalize the sector. You know how important civil education will be in the education sector? If ever since you came to power, your own politics and talking about the major, you're prioritizing your priority. Priority education should be a major, because education is the cradle to any society. Every society will strive on the bright minds, not just education by credential, education by skills acquisition, willing and ready to implement. Education without implementation, degree without application is an excess package that you carry. You are qualified, but you're not competent. And most people are qualified and lack the competence.
Yeah, they need the qualification.
Yeah, but to come to do the actual performing, you're not qualified, but you have the degree and
paper qualification.
Paper qualification, and that's we need people to be able to implement it. When you are educated and you got certain skills, you must be able to implement the skills.
But under the Wiatino administration, it was a kind of a laughable thing. Then education minister the best he was about to enforce a particular policy, but this very individual had a own school. They say he will reduce a particular fees.
Fees.
So it was very laughable. Yeah, it was very laughable when your school is charging extremely high. They say you want to enforce. So it means that, are you running a system where certain people are can operate at their will and pleasure, then other people can operate at the will and pleasure?
It was just meaningless.
Meaningless.
Mockery.
So most of the people at the education ministry, most of the people from successive leadership, they do have their own fundamental problems.
Yeah, they are the major stake actors. They got their own fundamental problems, and they need to do something to help the country. The young people in our country are dependent because they are opportune to be in government. So they need to do something to help the country. Something needs to be done to help to implement. They have to implement the policy of the government. You identify the problem, you are not implementing. You are not implementing anything, and the government and people just being loquacious. They talk a lot. And I'm afraid of people who does a lot of talking. That is established. Anybody who talks a lot, whether you're a man or woman, and when you're talking like that, I get to realize that and this is a country that the country and the people talks, the policymaker talks, then they work. Their interest is about political power, then being nationalistic, then changing the life of the people. Why we should be concerned about the civic education? What civic does when it's being taught in school? The basic right, teach you about the functions and the basic government and responsibility, your role as a citizen, the laws, even the Constitution can be embedded into the civics, that you know the Constitution. Nobody can fundamentally thrive on the right. You can keep the people in the states, and that's supposed to be all we were talking about the past. We can't inculcate the academic, the values. Those values are supposed to move the country forward. We are not implementing them. But every time we're talking and we are just in a cycle, in the vicious cycle. One government comes and other parts people come. Any kind of important historical event come, they see things that we're not happy. We witness orator, we witness policymakers speaking without implementing anything. And they are passing and benefiting from the taxpayer money. They spoke about nationalism, unity, and they spoke about people standing up. They don't promote. This is a society that doesn't even promote people who stand up for the right. People who stand up with integrity. Somebody who is integral, somebody who have got principle, the society resent you. And then they keep making an impression that they want, they are commending people who are nationalistic, people who refuse bribe, people who are flying the flags. When you people are promoting all kinds of things, you people are facilitating all kinds of things, and against moral rectitude, against people of moral rectitude, people who stand in high standing, how moral sets principles and integrity as a God. You don't go for them. You don't go for them. In fact, the whole society don't like anybody who comes and say, I'm speaking out the truth. The fact they will attack you, they say you want to destroy the government, they will destroy you. They will call you names and they will even deprive you from surviving. They want to strangulate you that you will not survive. That's the kind of system. And this system is bad for the country. But the civics education, if Dr. Jara mean well, let's remodel the academic curriculum. Let's effectively put it into implementation. Let's start from the school year and trying to put it in. What does it entail for us to have the civics education taught in school? All of these speeches and big English and oratory power we exhibiting, and the educated people who went to school in Cambridge and Harvard, London School of Economics, and all the school must have gotten volumes of books. In fact, even the history of our country we need to relook at the history of our country. There are some of the things that historically, the historical errors, erroneous information about the history, that will have people who are educated people, wrong historical foundation. We need to emancipate ourselves from the wrong doctrination of falsehood. Some of us who are still striving the falsehood of some of the historical paralysis, some of those things that are far-fetched and wrong. We are still teaching the kids about Mali Empire. We are not talking about the country, teaching about our country. Liberian kids will not know to discuss the country, the history of the country. Neither will they talk about the governing system of the country. All of these things, serious-minded people will be concerned about the well-being of the culture of our democracy. Essence of this make the society work better and make the value. It helps to have a better orientation for civilization, enlightenment. Now people can progress. When these things are lacking, and people are always coming, and policymakers are coming and say we need to do this and we need to do this, it sounds comical. It means that they are not even serious about what they say. They should be telling us, they should have ever since diagnosed the problems. They have the expertise to make it work better for our country. So if you just joining us, you're listening to FOCA Frontline on the FOCA FM 105.3. This is the modern encyclopedia of professional broadcasting in Liberia. Landon Parker and I, we are here and we'll be here until 10:30. As we speak to you, the time is 20 minutes climbing up to 9 o'clock. And we are about to open the phone lines to take your calls. If you're onto the lines, you have to lower the volume of your receiver so that we'll be able to take your calls. But on the other hand, the government is making significant progress with the infrastructure, some of the infrastructure development that I've seen so far. And we want to commend them and to continue in that for their need for them to do plenty of things in other areas.
Yeah.
Plenty of things in other areas. other areas, a lot of education, health, many other things.
Agriculture.
Agriculture, economy.
Mhm.
But we'll come to that. But let's open the line.
0770-131318, 0770-131318, 086-27-2620, 0770-131318, 086-27-2620. Those are the available numbers to call and participate on the program. 0770-131318, 086-27-2620. Those are the available numbers to call and participate on the program.
If you are onto the lines, you lower the volume of the receiver, and we'll be glad to have you on the show. If you are onto the lines, it should you lower the volume of your receiver to make a case on the show. We'll be able to take the calls. This is Focal Phone Line 105.3, the modern encyclopedia of professional broadcasting in Liberia.
Let's take this one.
Yeah,
Hello.
take the call.
Hello. Yeah, good morning. Your name and where you calling for, Chief? How are you, brother? Happy belated 24.
Yeah, make a point, Coco. Where you buy you, and I'm having to train.
You don't think they have the ability? Okay. Uh, all right, thank you. 0770-131318, 086-27-2620, 0770-131318, 086-27-2620. Those are the available numbers to be to call and participate on the program. Hello. Hello. Yeah. 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 Good morning.
Is that mobile? Mobile, yeah, move away from the radio a little bit. Okay, go ahead and say.
Hello.
Mobile line.
Mobile line is so terrible. Let's take this one. Hello. Yep. Yeah. How
Good
are
morning.
you?
Good morning. Thank you.
All right, thank
Thank you.
all right, thank you. Let's take this one here. Hello. Yeah, your name and where you calling from? Yeah, make your point, Chief.
Shannon, how are you? Hmm.
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 Yeah, colluding and conniving.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you,
All right,
Mr.
thank
Thank you,
you.
Mr. Shannon.
All right. 07701313118 07701313118 0862726. Let's take this one. Hello, caller, your name and where you calling from?
Yeah,
How are
yeah,
you?
you had a power line first, mobile.
Yeah, Boba, make your point. Your line is still terrible, Mother. I don't know what is the issue. Your line is
Yeah,
still
yeah.
very terrible.
Mother,
You're not
Mother.
coming in very clear as audibly as you normally do.
Yeah, I don't know. He's having. I mean, I think where he calling from is the network.
Yeah, it's a kind of a network challenging.
But let's endeavor to take some of the calls.
Yeah, 07701313118 07701313118 086272620 07701313118 086272620. Those are the available numbers to call and participate on the program.
Now, if you're onto the lines, you have to lower the volume of your receiver. We are talking educative matter. We spoke about the speech delivered by the orator, Augustine Gaffouin. We also mentioned about the statement made by Education Minister Dr. Jason Chala. We've been analyzing some of the things that Minister Gaffouin said, and we've also been talking about the statement made by Education Minister Dr. Jasu Jala. So we will take your calls at 9 o'clock. We will go for the break, take words from our sponsor. Thereafter, we continue the program. Let's cross over at this juncture and see if we can take this call.
And mobile again, mobile. Yeah, quiet. I think you're much better now.
Okay. 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 Thank you, Moba. Thank you. Thank you, Moba. Thank you, Moba. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Moba. So we're gonna take your calls. We'll take your calls.
0770131318, 0770131318, 086272620, 0770131318, 086272620. Those are the available numbers to call and participate on the program.
Now, if you're onto the lines, you have to lower the volume of your receiver as we bring to bear the aftermath of the Flag Day celebration and the statement, the oratory speech delivered by Minister Augustine Gaffwan. We've been analyzing it. Those of you who follow, and also we also be fortunate to have captured what the Minister of Education, Dr. Jasu Jala, said at the Flag Day program. She spoke about the introduction of civics to our school system. She's now talking about it since the inception of the Unity Party government. As the Gaffwan says, people should stand out. In various professions, people should stand out with nationalism and integrity, and stand out, and they should reunite the country. Unison, and the flag should be a symbol of unison. Stand up for your country and all that. We've been analyzing the speeches and so to speak. Well, you can call us, and we're also talking about the education sector too. Talking about what it entails. Since you spoke about civic, we're talking about other things that are important for the sector. So you will take your calls at 9 o'clock. We'll go for the break, and then when we come back from the break, we will proceed with the last half of the show. If you just joined us, you are listening to Foca Frontline on 105 and 3. By all indication, this is the morning encyclopedia of professional broadcasting in Liberia. London and Albert, we are here and we'll be here until 10:30. So London, you can a little more announce, and then if we can, we will be running to our break very shortly. You're listening to the front line.
Yeah, so 0770131318, 07701, or we take one call, 0770131318, 086 27 26 20. Those are the available numbers to call and participate on the program. You just listen to the itinerary read very cleverly from Albert Cornelius Barclay, including our analysis about the different speeches delivered in observance of Liberia 179 Independence Day Flag Day celebration, and where the national orator spoke about several other issues demonstrating patriotism and in your respective professions and other things. Education minister spoke about the reintroduction of civic education in the school systems of our country and other very critical things she emphasized on. So you can place in your call 0770131318, 0770131318, 086 27 26. Let's take the last call. Hello, caller. Your name and where you calling from? Yeah, good morning.
What's up?
Princess, how are you? Okay,
yeah, civic education.
Civic education.
Okay.
At the primary level.
Yeah, it should be all schools as well. Yeah. Yeah, it's important. It's a citizen responsibility to the country.
Oh, you're talking about the fishing company, eh? All right, thank you, Princess. Let's take this one. Hello, your name and where you calling from? Chocolate City. Make your point, Chief. Okay. Mm. 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 Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. That's a proposal to the government and
Yeah, it was a statement in passing about the city ordinance. Well, basically, we've been talking about the oratory presented by Gafwan and then the statement made by by Dr. Jasu Jara about the civic education. So it's also the bottom of citizen responsibility.
obviously,
Yeah,
obviously.
citizen responsibility. What the role of a citizen, your civic duty, what you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do, your rights and what another. But I mean, these are basic things, and it's about nationalism and patriotism. If we be able to make Liberia a better country, you better start doing what you're supposed to do right now. And it starts with the government. It doesn't start with identifying the problem. It starts you already knew the problem since you took power. You need to start taking the responsibility and start making a mark so that you can be able to change because it's about changing the perspective, the thought process of our people, reorientating the people to a new order of nationalism and patriotism. That's what is required for the country to progress. But let's take some more calls, Lyndon. We announce we are past the time, but you can just announce some numbers, some more. We take at least one or two more, or one more at most, and then we'll go for the break and we'll come right back on the front line.
Two numbers available: 0770-131318, 086-27-2620, 0770-131318, 086-27-2620. Those are the available numbers to call and participate on the program. You listen to every other analysis we make with respect to the different speeches, specifically from the orator and the education minister. She spoke about the introduction, the reintroduction of civic education at the primary schools in Liberia. She believes that method will help promote civic education among the growing population. Let's take this call. Hello. Yeah, good morning. Your name and where you calling from? All right, make it. All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Let's I think we need to take
Yeah, we're over the break, right?
Yeah.
We're over the break, and I want to take words from our sponsor, Mari Magahati Supplement. Let's go for the breather, and when we come back, words from our sponsor. When we come back, we go to.
The people that used to study Mary Magahati medicine all over in Lofa, Nimba, and Dallas counties. The people finally now settled down in Monserrado County.
Cantwell Road after the Stockton Creek Bridge. cutting tree right at the old CDC hair office.
They buy Maga hot tea medicine here. People in Lofa, people in Bond counties have been buying them Marimaga hot tea medicine. People with terrible sicknesses, and most of them have been healed and been giving testimony about the Marimaga hot tea medicine and how cool it is. Finally, the people that settled down in Montserrat County here. In Montserrat County here, Monrovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafide, opposite Makumba, they do a tissue factory right beyond the block factory. You will see the people office that they Marimaga hot tea people. They're going to be sending the Marimaga hot tea to you. And if you want to buy this Marimaga hot tea medicine, that's small money. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of the sicknesses you've been suffering with going to be cured. This medicine they call Marimaga hot tea can take away or kill all kinds of sicknesses. And some of the sicknesses that the Marimaga hot tea medicine can cure are typhoid fever. Every time you're feeling cold in your body, you're feeling sick, infection, stomach complaint. Every day you complain with your stomach. You say, my stomach hurting, my mama's stomach hurting, my wife's stomach hurting. Even women that cannot see their period, the medicine they call Marimaga hot tea can solve it. Sexual weakness. You can't do your homework, you come home working, or you go somewhere, you come back home, you can't do your homework. Your woman tells you, say, by living man, sexual weakness in both men and women, they Marimaga hot tea, they can cure it. Numbness in the body, eye problem. Every time you complain with your eye, you can't see clear. They Marimaga hot tea can solve it, they can cure it. Also, every time you complain with your stomach pointing, you can't eat pepper, you can't eat this one. Also, they Marimaga hot tea can solve it. They can cure it. Rheumatism, back pain. Every time you complain with your back hurting, pain in my back, Marimaga hot tea medicine can cure it. Diabetes, the sugar problem, this Marimaga hot tea can cure it. Skin disease, and many more. Marimaga hot tea medicine can cure all these problems. Here are some of the testimonies of people that Marimaga hot tea medicine has cured, and today they are free and living happily.
My name is Vincent Galima. From Monday to this morning, making it 1 week. The friend of all the CIB that even if they are taking more than 5 years, I don't think I will do it. But it's necessary. But we are sweating heat coming on fire. I think I will do it. And I'm trying to marry. And also in my outside, I'm not going to do flat. But in midnight, I can see a big thing very clear. And also, as a man, I'm looking active. I think I gave them a lot. I used to always play business in the defense, but now I've grown. If I can even in the defense, but still can come back. We are sexual habit is very, very active. As a young man, I'm really sure all of my boys are very happy. Everything's free. Living healthy is very, very good. It's natural. It's very good. We don't have any side effects. It's very effective.
But thank you. She well, she was saying she was not working with in the same church. So I take what they come here. They be testimony. So they let me. That's what to play with. Even my mother, I tell them because she was not working, she was not working. When they did testimony, because see what about the every time when you come here for this medicine. So they medicine for the dream well. Oh my gosh, she was not working. They didn't even know. She was not coming first. Well, now she got washed, she going back and she did herself.
I was for 7 years going up and down, no way. When I heard about you, I go to Oya about the medicine. Buying this medicine, I feel healthy that the wow people. So my people who listen to me, this medicine, the good medicine, that make me to be alive today. God, the first, second, this medicine. So what kinds of sickness you are suffering from? Our food problem. Yes, my food problem. That was working. You said 7 years, right? 7 years. Okay, thank you. You are welcome. I'm going now.
rush now and buy this medicine, Mary Maga Hot Tea.
For more information, contact us on the following numbers: 0887 316666 and 0777 444591.
So rush now and you will live happily.
All right, welcome back to the front line on 105.3. You just listened to the sponsor, Mary Maga, and I would like to duly inform you that Mary Maga Hot Tea Supplement is available here at our broadcast complex in Battery Factory. If you want the supplement, you could come over right here at Foka FM in Battery Factory, Silent Street. You get to Battery Factory Junction, ask anybody about the radio station, and it's certainly going to, we are not far away from the road, and you can better off come and get access and purchase and get what you want, so you can know exactly what we're talking, because it's a very good supplement, hot tea supplement. Okay, Landon, we are back to the last aspect of the program. It's going to take us up to 10:30. 10:30, obviously, is when we close the show for today, but we got enough time to talk about the issues, some of the trending issues. We spoke about, yesterday and today we've been on education and the flag, and on today, basically, we've been analyzing the orator's oration and the major stakeholder in the educational sector, which is Liberia's education minister, Dr. Jasso Jala, and now we about to progress to talk some other issues, some other concerning issues in the country. Leonard, you want to kickstart?
Yeah, so this is I want for also take a listen to. This is Senator Prince Moida. I want to take it from the top.
Our Liberian law is where she's presumed innocent until she's found guilty. So we went there as the caucus, here the caucus. We had over 1 hour sitting before the police station, and we discussed. So the caucus is fully aware of what is happening. She's now in the hospital. Other members of the caucus have gone there to visit, and will continue to monitor the situation until she's, treated the way she should be treated while going through the legal process. So we are on top of it as a caucus and united to ensure that her right under the law are preserved while she go through court trial.
So it was the Bon County Senator, a member of the Bon Caucus, Bon County Caucus, right? The Senator Prince Moy.
Yeah, Senator Prince Moy of Bon County.
Yeah. So Senator Moy is expressing the concern of the caucus.
Yeah, expressing the concern
with regards to the charges, and more importantly, with regards to the health condition. What prompted the health condition to even get worse? I don't know if she was sick, but immediately upon the police, invited her, because the first thing was the police invite. The police said they invited her, but then there were no charges pressed.
No charges pressed.
So according to my little understanding of, I may be right, they have to invite you, and then based upon the invite and what you explain, then it might amount or could amount to charges. And I think that's what happened.
Yeah, that was what happened there. Most people have, fundamentally, most people, if you listen to most of the people who have been given their view about since the start of this particular situation, they have not disagreed with the authority, with the authority, with the fact that authority was discharging their constitutional responsibility, right? But they have a fundamental problem with the form and manner in which the first aspect of involving Madam Taylor was executed. You know, this woman is a stateswoman.
No, but Lennon, stateswoman.
Does not, you know, I'm not saying that because she's a stateswoman, she's immune from being investigated.
Every Liberian under the law.
Every Liberian is a Liberian under the law. They do not have a particular law that says state woman, this is how you treat them.
No preferential treatment for people who commit.
Yeah.
But
what most people are saying is that, you know, there were other polite ways they could have handled the situation instead of just, you know, because if you watch the video, and the video is the video has been circulated on the digital media. If you watch the video, you will see, you will hear the vice president, the former vice president, streaming in a video. I'm not going to the police station, I'm not going to, and you could see armed police officers surrounded a vehicle, you know? So this is why many people have problem with it. If you even listen to the statement from her own political party, they say they support the fight against drugs. But, you know, they have problem with the form and manner in which the vice president, the vice president was arrested, because they turned that as an arrest. Why? The police, the police spokesperson, Sam Collins, saying it wasn't an arrest, it was only a kind of an exercise intended to prevent her from traveling and other things. The others are saying, in order to prevent somebody from leaving the country, the process attached to that has to basically start from the court, wherein the authorities will go to the court, obtain a writ of exit republic card, and issue that writ publicly, making the person to be aware that because of a particular situations involving your name, you are barred from leaving the country.
Yes, I mean, you provided the right theory to that argument. And I think there was, I don't believe in anybody who breaks the law, whether you are a foreman or not, should face the law. But again, there are processes, and the process must be adhered to. You can, yes, you can. I mean, that thing was it was a plot. It was a plot. It was actually an arrest. Actually an arrest. It was an arrest, but they made it to appear like there was an invite. And then as soon as they got her, and then they said, okay, but then you are, and we'll press charges against you. And I've always expressed concern about the circumstances that led to the actions. I thought, and I may not be correct, I may be right, it's time to be corrected, that, people say, oh, when you commit crime, they gotta inform you before X, Y, Z. But in the case of that scenario, when somebody like the former vice president, and we're not looking at portfolio right now, we're looking at the law, is you got to be notified. You got to be notified.
Here is why the police needed to have the police needed to have invited her, other than what it did.
Yeah.
Because at the time the police have never pressed any charges against the former vice president. She was a person of interest, into the particular case.
Okay.
So there's a difference between somebody being considered as a person of interest before elevating their status based on investigation
to charges,
to an indicted, individual, So the former vice president, at the moment when she was being prevented, when she was being arrested, she was now an indicted, an indicted figure. You understand? Why we are emphasizing that the president has been very clear that there will be no sacred cow. I welcome the fact that past government officials be made to account for their stewardship, for their stewardship, present government officials be made to account for their stewardship. But it is also important that when these processes are done, when these processes are done, geared towards ensuring that the rule of law is, there should be a pathway to ensure that the rule of law is upheld. The rule of law is upheld at all times. You can do a process, and this is why many people are arguing that because the government did not follow, the applicable laws associated with how the government or how one can be prevented, and this is why many people are suspecting that, it has a political optics. It has a political optics, because if the government have responsibly been advised by the folks, because there are other legal-minded people who are members of the Unity Party, and to a larger extent, they who have guided the entire process so that it cannot be seen as, it cannot be seen from the political perspective. But Barclay, here is what most people have been recommending. Since the arrest and subsequent charges of the former vice president, even though we have boldly stated on this particular platform that our hearts, our prayer are with the former vice president, and also that she can recover and she can be able to undergo the judicial face or accuser and all of that. Here is what most people are recommending. We know we live in a society. This is not only unique to the Bakakung administration. This is not only unique to the Weah Taylor administration, but Liberian political climate has gotten to a stage where politics appears to be overwhelming in every other operations of the government. What am I saying? Whenever the government makes a particular step to do any other thing, whether it is grounded in legality and other things, which one?
Yeah, but
I heard that expression when Brunel Semuka, when Brunel Semuka was undergoing investigation into what he did at the Ministry of National Defense. Many folks in the Unity Party have accused the CDC government of politicizing, the entire process, But here is what most people are recommending. People believe that the Justice Minister, in order to clear the doubt, to eliminate the perception that the whole case is politically motivated, most people are recommending that the entire process should be televised. They should allow televisions, not all of the journalists now. They should allow, televisions, the widely followed televisions in the country to enter in the court, when the arguments are being made, both from the prosecutor angle and from the defense angle. Every other thing should be televised so that when they are adducing the evidence, Liberians will automatically erase the mentality of political witch hunt, because
but even at the level of I'm sorry to interrupt you. Even if they televise it, if there will be political manipulations, it could be televised and be manipulated politically. So that's not the way to curtail that political arm twisting is done behind the scene. It's been orchestrated, and people have the ability to manipulate it, not because people can just create an optic of transparency, but beneath everything there could be a plot. I'm not saying that it's a plot, but I'm saying so. I read a lot of things on the social media. Oh, everything be televised. But the first thing is the genesis of the entire case is political. All the cases in Liberia from the Anson case of Fonati Kofa and the burning was political. The president went there and he spoke. He made political statements.
Hooligans.
Yeah. From that case on to another case, Samatue case. Samatue case. We know the government went to that case, and after Tue was acquitted, they came back again with another thing, and it makes it more political. The jurors issue and jurors testifying after the government had possession. So there's all trust issue, and Joe Howard been picked up, you know, and people were making, oh, let it be televised and that's why. I know for sure that these kind of cases, and you alluded rightly to the Samoka scenario, and when the CDC government, it was also politicized.
So it's politicized.
So legality is just another thing. The politics has infiltrated everything in the country.
Sure.
So the politics have invaded the professionalism of the legal system in our country. And with that being done, you cannot authenticate the actual legality or get the fact of the matter. It is a worrisome thing. Now, I don't trust and I want to say I don't trust either, because the lawyers, the Chief Justice, other people that have political interests. Even the Chief Justice got political interests. We saw it with Fonati Kofa case when he was the only dissenting opinion, and why he did that.
Yeah, initially he made a position that tend to be, you know, that people tend to hold his legal, you know, his legal uprightness.
Yeah, and later
on he's somersaulted.
So, so what do we get from a case versus the government, versus former Vice President Joe Howard Taylor, considering the overwhelming political nature of everything in the country? All of these political actors, all of these are surrogates of political parties, and all that are making statements on the basis of the sentiment and political interest. I'm not trying to say that Joe Howard Taylor is guilty. I'm not also saying that Joe Howard Taylor is innocent.
But the law says when charges have been drawn, does not necessarily amount to guilt.
Yeah, and right now we can say she's not guilty.
Yeah,
because there is no legal determination whether the verdict have been given. She has not even entered the court yet. As I speak, Joelle is in hospital. I don't know how far is her recovery since her arrest and all that. But what I want to say is that Liberia, we have too many problems in the country. There are too many selective things that happen. When government is in your interests, or when the government don't want to take issue with you, even if you did the wrong thing, the government can protect you. That is not unique to just this government or Obba's government. But when government, even if you are innocent, when the government want to go after you, they can go after you.
Yeah, you go after you.
The kind of politics in Liberia, Leonard, is
a very terrible politics.
It's a terrible politics. It's a politics of destroying one another.
Yeah, politics of destroying.
We destroy one another. It's more or less political than legality.
And you know, one of the things the government succeeded in doing, the Unity Party government succeeded in doing, even though charges has never been, you know, the case has not been argued and verdict has not been, you know, drawn from the case. But in the court of public opinion, most people now see the former vice president as somebody who, you know, who is connected to the members of the drug cartel. That's how the court of public opinion is. You know, this is something that she is going to live with throughout her life and other things. You know, she's going to live with it and so forth. So that's it. That's the whole thing about it. And you know, it was a kind of this particular case to a larger extent has attracted global attention because it was widely reported by the international wires across, the international wire across the country. Everybody in the whole world knows that former Vice President Joel Howard Taylor, is facing charges for drug-related offenses, including, money laundering and other things. Those are things that the world knows about, So the case is going to be, widely followed all across the world.
And what is happening in the country now, the government got to be very sincere and fair about what it's doing.
But that's what Bishop Cotto Brown said. Bishop Cotto Brown said there should be no selective justice in the process. If you are determined, if the government is determined, according to what Bishop Cotto Brown said, if the government is determined in terms of winning the war against drugs, the government needs to be very intentional and void of employing a selective tactics towards the drugs approach.
And that is fair enough. If President Boakai wants to win, and if those of you who are in the government today, and this issue about this drugs thing and is done selectively, you are creating a long-time political rivalry. That will continue and this will continue and until I don't know when. Because government is supposed to be concerned about fighting the drugs in generality. Government is supposed to be concerned about weeding out the bad people within the government and the past government, bringing all of them together and ensuring that transparency in the face the full weight of the law through the code of competent jurisdiction. If the government, believing in themselves as the government in power, and chose to not do what it's supposed to do or shield people, if they are allegedly shielding people because of the interest or connection or proximity to power, and going after, even if it's proven that Joel Howard Taylor in the court was involved with drugs, and you only go after her, then it means that you are even witch hunting her as well. Because it should not only be targeted to only a opposition figure. It should, what have been established, the veracity, and to authenticate the fact there are other indicators, and the government got to have a dragnet to deal and not to be scheming.
But Baglo, they Michael U.S. Brown guy.
Yeah, Michael U.S. Brown.
Michael U.S. Brown, a man who was arrested. He was initially arrested. He went through the court process, was in jail. How Michael U.S. Brown got free from prison is it is still a mystery.
No, you see,
especially under the government that that chastised the opposition and brought the opposition and brought a particular ruling establishment down because it said the then ruling establishment was miserably performing in terms of its response to drug and substance abuse. How is it possible that Michael U.S. Brown was able to infiltrate the judicial system, the security system of our country, and now Michael U.S. Brown is no longer in the country, and the government is not even concerned about exerting its diplomatic means to ensure that the likes of Michael U.S. Brown and tons of other officials who were initially charged in absentia are being brought back into the country so that they can be subjected to the investigation and face the full weight of the law. When all of these things are happening, Barclay, when all of these things are happening, and the government is pussyfooting on most of these things that are happening, they remain mute about most of these things. No update from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The Ministry of Justice is not providing a detailed and comprehensive report to the public about ongoing efforts that the government is making in terms of having the likes of Michael U.S. Brown, tons of other people extradited so that they can be able to face the justice system. It makes many people to think that the government it's not very concerned. It raises a lot of questions about the government's ongoing commitment to the fight against drugs. There are two very critical issues in this country, Barkley, that these issues present a litmus test to the Boakakun administration. The drug issue in the country, many Liberians, in order for them to be very excited to re-elect the Joe Boakai, the Boakakun administration empowered again after the 2029 election, or during the course of the 2029 election, they have to independently gauge the performance of the government with respect to how the government is now responding to the fight against drug and the Solomon border issue. Every other time the government talks about diplomatic means. What is even more worrisome and troubling and very hazardous is the fact that we have the Guinean soil on our soil, while Liberians are deeply troubled, psychologically troubled, and they just decide to live as though live in fear and pandemonium.
And it's troubling for the country. So there must be some sincerity. And my concern is about how do we do it? How do we get along? If we are doing it politically and people are having sentiment and fighting one party, creating rivalry unnecessarily because of politics and people taking it differently and not looking at the reality of it, it creates a dangerous precedent for those of them who are in government.
But Barkley, if you want to come back to power, you think by targeting the opposition is going to cement your chances of coming back to power?
No, but
the easiest way to come back to power or to hold on to power is to fundamentally implement your arrest agenda. I have spent many days reading through the Unity Party arrest agenda. It is a very comprehensive and detail-oriented document geared towards addressing very, very critical sectors of our country, like the agriculture sector, which is dead. You and I know we cannot see any meaningful progress, and done in the areas of agriculture, and that should be a legacy initiative for the president, because many Liberians think that the measure, in order for the president to become president today, they said the president headed LPMC and under his watch as the head of LPMC was doing incredibly well. So many Liberians expected that there should be substantial investment in the areas of agriculture. I have been reading a lot of reports. The World Banks and other international organizations that talk about our agriculture sector have described agriculture as an untapped resources that Liberians and the government need to work towards revitalizing our agriculture sector. A few years back, Lofa County, used to be called the bread basket, right?
Of course, yeah.
Lofa County used to be called the bread basket.
Exactly.
Today, I don't know as to whether Lofa County is still the bread basket or
we have nothing like bread basket in numbers.
Yeah.
We have nothing like bread basket.
So these are very critical issues. If you want to hold on to power, because power is sweet, power is profitable, power is lucrative, you have to work very assiduously ensuring that you deliver on your promises.
Yes, and that's it. And out of what we're doing is overwhelming, and it is a mere procrastination, waste of time. Well, when I say like that, it's because we are not doing it genuinely. I believe that a lot of political friction is into what we're doing, so it turns out to be divisive than arriving at a point where we'll be able to reunite our people. It's a serious embarrassment for the country, and we need to work around solving the problem. Every time there are scandal of drugs, there are scandal of rape, there are scandal of criminality, and many other things. Government in and out, we just keep talking. People are more divided. The country not even united. Justice is being downplayed. People feel that the people are being witch hunted. Government is not doing this. Government go to kids, they can't provide evidence. They come back and they take issues. There are a lot of things happening, and it's worrisome for the country.
Brian McGill is giving preferential treatment when the very law says that, you know, when the very law says that when you are accused of rape, the very first thing most people, you know, go to the various depots across the country. When you are accused of rape, the first thing you be on bar.
Yeah.
They don't talk about how they can call. It was Gregory Coleman who, the first police director, who introduced a very idiosyncratic proceedings when it comes to investigating rape cases in the country.
Yeah.
Say the man, you know how to do the DNA and all that thing.
But the DNA machine, no, the DNA machine never existed up to now. Is still malfunctioning. So this is the kind of society that is bad, very bad society. And I worry that the country is not going nowhere. The country is just imbued with hate and inequality, and Liberia is far from reaching where they're supposed to reach. The reasons are simple. When people are insensitive and people believe in themselves and fighting one another than their own agenda, and when the other side, everybody is just fighting and creating problems, and the whole country, people get in a state of perplexity because of politics, and people are sentimental, and justice cannot suffer over what it's supposed to suffer over, it becomes a blurred situation for the future of the country. And that's what's happening to the country. When people are selective, when people choose to prosecute and to do, and with all of these kinds of things happening,
when people choose to suspend the sense of patriotism and put on the jacket of partisanship,
it is dangerous. It is even more dangerous for the country. That's what happened in the country. But Leonard, you're opening the lines. Let's see if we can take some calls.
Yeah, that's the calls. 0770131318, 0770131318, 08627 2620, 0770131318, 08627 2620, 0770131318, 08627 2620. And let's take this one here. Hello, caller. Your name and where you calling from? Yeah, Salisbury, how are you?
Yeah. Oh, Gloria, it's good. It's good to. Yeah, cool. They call the malaria. Cool and malaria not easy. But,
Yeah, that land guys and the guys from land, I know, Liberia Emancipation Movement.
yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, the highway patrolman.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. It is. It is. No.
All right, thank you.
It is a sad thing in the country. Seriously.
Hello?
It's sad. I mean, when you say these things, people get angry.
Hello? Yeah, your name and where you calling from?
Moba.
Moba, how are you?
Mm. No. Mhm. 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 It's sad, man. Thank you, my brother Moba. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Moba. Thank you.
Moba.
You see,
0770131318086 2726 20 086 27 26 20. Those are the available numbers to call and participate on the program.
and if you say these things, people might, the partisan emotionality let's take that call. Hello, Leslie.
Hello. Yeah, hello. Your name and where you calling from, Chief? John Doloya, how are you?
Morning, John. Yeah, John Doloya. Yeah, John, but I mean, I've been taking some medication, but at least thank God I'm feeling much better. John, thank God for everything. We are grateful. Yes, sir. Hmm.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Let's take another
Thank
one
you,
here.
John.
Hello?
It didn't take it that long, John. I gotta make the point, John.
Hello?
Good morning, Spencer. Oh, oh, sorry. Sorry. So I already said illegal arrest. Illegal arrest.
He said he would just quoting you backwards, just quoting
I'm
you.
quoting you. I already said illegal arrest. That's why I mean. But what makes it illegal now? All right. Mm-hmm. So do you think this amounts to, all right.
The Chief Justice, the Chief Justice? Are you saying the Chief Justice or the Justice Minister? Which one? All right, thank you. Let's take another one here. Peter Casas. Hello. Yeah, good morning. Thomas
Josiah, but Johnsonville, a member of the Unity Party. The people are saying you should do it legally, Josiah. They say that the legal process, the lawful process to do it to prevent a person must be applied when you are doing that. Josiah, the president not a fugitive, they were not escorting for justice.
All right, thank you, Josiah. Let's take this one. Hello. Hello.
John, you got
be concise. Be concise.
John, I beg you, be very concise. We don't have time. We pray not to. We pray not to.
Not to go by the Christ.
Not to go by the Christ. Thank you, John. Thank you, John.
Thank you, John. Let's take this one here. Patient, how are you? Yeah, good morning. How are you?
Patient Craig. I Stupa Road Market. Patient. I know.
All right, 0770131318, 0770131318, 086272620, 0770131318. Let's take this one. Hello, caller, your name and where you calling from? All right, make a point, Chief.
Jeremiah Cole. Jeremiah Cole. The process of the way the government is carrying out the arrest, besides that, the way the government have been handling this whole drugs issue, does it give you a very good impression that the government is holistically fighting the drugs and trying to because there are a lot of, I mean, when you follow the genesis of the whole thing, there are a lot of things being going on, and people are not crazy. They are following the development, they're following the issues, and they are not satisfied. So you say, if you say you don't know what, if you are saying that you don't know why you want the people to do it's supposed to mean another thing. Yes, sir. What about the police? What about the police inspector general and all of what all of his key operatives? You have been concerned about the operation of the police inspector general. Now you are making a point that you don't know why, and this guy is a key figure in the investigation, and there have been some of his key associates, senior officials in the government. Even Jeremiah, even if the Americans are part of it, let's consider that for fact. Should certain people still be occupying the position, considering many other indications that have come out allegedly? Thank you, thank you, thank you, Jeremiah. Thanks.
All right, thank you, Jeremiah. Thank you. Let's take this one. Hello.
All right, let's go. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
That's a serious concern you got. Let's take another one.
This one. Yeah. Hello, caller. Your name and where you calling from?
How are you, sir?
Segu.
So,
Segu Fofana.
Segu Fofana, how are you?
So I want to say this, right? Although the soil was not part of the class this morning, first to go this morning. Then, but the previous one had the church, and you question him what I think here is for step aside until he started to show the camera that to be right. But back there is the right. Only ID is good. There is one thing. Enough person know that it's coming person. Or you already have that focal person who might be have issue with that movie. But they will remember if you start
So why are you saying? You saying if I have a problem to if the problem that require me to step aside, I can step aside for the sake of transparency. And if you step aside, you don't have to resign, but you can recuse yourself. You think? Why can you recuse yourself and recuse yourself and go through the investigation on your life? No, I'm not resonant about resonate, but Seku, if you recuse yourself, but what is the procedure? No, but I'm sorry. I say if it's because I say if the issue where it depends. It depends on the scenario. It depends on the scenario. Seku, thank you, man. Thank you. But if the CEO get interest in you and you did something and it require for you to recuse yourself and it's linking to some of your other men, you have to recuse yourself and go through the investigation and come back. Oh, but yeah, say good back there, you know, I your friend.
Hello.
Josiah, what you say again, man? Man, when you recuse yourself, it doesn't mean that you are guilty. Recusing yourself in the process and until the investigation can go on, it doesn't amount to you being guilty until you are proven to be guilty. Thank you, Josiah. Thank you. Thank you, Josiah. Thank you, Josiah. Let me take another one. Hello? Oh, hello? Hello? City. Hello? Yeah, I'm trying to put you on speaker, but the phone is giving me problem. Hello, let's hear you. All right, let's hear you, my brother. Go ahead, make your point, Steve. Okay, yeah, Copper. Okay. No. To kill the debate, so they say, oh, the man, the president, they coming in. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Cooper. Thank you, my brother. Let me see if I can take this. See. The calls are coming, but I'm sleeping. Okay. Let's take a calls. I beg you. I'm trying to struggle. This room is giving me some challenges. London has just left, but we'll take a call. 15 minutes past 10. 10:30. We close up on the show. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. How are you, sir? Oh, Chiba. Hey, Chiba. Good morning. Hi. Are you in Monrovia in Boncari? You're on the farm. Oh, okay, okay. The fast month is fast approaching. All right, let's hear you, Chiba. Okay, okay, okay. Uh, all right, Chiba. Mm. Thank. All right, Chiba. You come to town and we can see. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Is call is not creating new lane. Call is that you? Are you in Topo community? All right. I mean, yes, your refine happens. You're saying that village, that community, that Topo community. Okay. No, in America, I'm not giving any report yet. That I know of, they have not given any report yet. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's take. Hello, hello. Yes, sir. Go ahead, Mr. Shannon. So 1992 or 1997. All right. Okay. Oh, oh, okay. Yeah, 1997. Yeah, I can recall that. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, the way and pleasure. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Exactly. Thank you very much, Mr. Shannon. Let's take another one. Hello. Hello, sir. I'm fine. What is your name and just exactly where are you speaking us from? The name is Vani Caddy. And he's speaking from where, Vani? Okay, Mr. Caddy, let's hear you quickly. Okay. Thank you. Architect. Thank you. Thank you very much, my brother. Let's take another one. Hello. Yeah, James Mobile. Okay. Thank you very much, James. All right. Thank you, James Mobile. James Mobile. We're going to take at least 3 more calls and then we call you quick. It's already 26 minutes past 10 o'clock. You are listening to FUCA online on 105.3. We are at the climate stage of the program, and we've been talking about the issues that matters to the country, more besides the present national issue of concern. And so we've been talking about it. You can lower the volume of your receiver, and we're going to take the last few calls to wind down the recordings on today's edition. But let's crisscross and take you. Hello. Good morning, sir. I'm fine. Could you state your name and exactly where you're speaking to us from? Your name, Pastor who? Ozugu. How are you? What can I say? Yeah, myself, a long time see you. My man, how are you? No wahala, no wahala. Stay on this side. I'll do for this time. Come over, we talk. Huh? I will call my number. I will call my number at the end of the show, Zugu. All right. Hello? Yes, sir. Oh, Jonah Freeman from Matari. It's good to have you, Jonah. Welcome to the front line. Let's hear you. Uh, oh, Jonah slipped the line. Jonah, what happened to your phone? Jonah Freeman, a Patterson journalist. He was calling me, explaining from Matadi. Well, we have a little more time. No, we have no more time left for us to come out to this edition of the Focal Frontline on 105 and 3. The morning is Encyclopedia Professional Broadcasting in Liberia. And we'd like to say thanks to all of you who may place in your calls to the show. Our country is our common patrimony. We cannot be deported from. We always stand here to fight for our people, provide you the critical analysis and make a firm recommendation to the government so that the government can work around in solving the problem. The essence of the Liberian people voting for the government is for the government to solve the problem. As if you cannot, we know that the government will not be able to entirely solve the problem, but the government should not be a part and parcel of the problem. The drugs issue and the implications and allegations and the manner in which the process has been executed haven't been in the best interest of majority of the population in our country. Should we not speak about it? Should the government redirect the power and speak about it? This is about no partisanship. This is about the country. Because you will realize that a lot of young people have gone vulnerable. Drugs and all kinds of things have created a scary Liberian society. Working cops is dangerous for the society. But Tom is not any longer our friend. We have to go. My name is Albert Cornelius Barkley. K. Lendon Talkbar has been my intellectual interlocutor and co-producer and presenter. Tomorrow, through the grace of Jesus Christ, we'll be back with another fantabulous edition of the program, The Frontline, on 105.3 Focal FM, the modern encyclopedia of professional broadcasting in Liberia. At this juncture, we now go to take words from our sponsor, Mary Magal Hearty Supplement, and when we come back, it's another board. Sorry. Let's see.